Hello, this is Rick Patterson. Thanks for coming to my video. Today we're going to talk about how to trim out a window. Now, it was kind of a cool discovery for the clients here at this home. I'm in a basement. They've got a pool table and everything kind of fixed up down here in the basement. It's really nice. And they were outside one day and just doing some things underneath the deck above, and they noticed that there was some additional siding put on that's different from the original siding. So they took the siding off and removed all the insulation, and they found this double window here. It's a sliding glass window. It sort of was used originally, I guess, for like a pass-through to the outside for whatever reason. And so the clients here said, well, let's go ahead and trim this window out and let's frame it up. So that's what we're doing here. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to cut and measure trim, and we're going to put elbow trim, what we call just 45-degree trim, on the inside of the lip all the way around, and box it in. So what we do, we take our tape measure, put it on the inside of the boxed in area, and I'm going to get exact measurement here as I trim this out, and this is at 71.5 inches. Now I don't know if this is square, so I'm going to do two. I'm going to do one on the upper and then one on the lower to make sure that it's square, and I've got 71.5 inches there. Then the second thing I'm going to do is do the same, repeat the same thing there, is go to the top, and I'm at 35.5 inches here, and I'm going to do this window, this edge of the window here, just to make sure it's square. And it's not. So I am 36.1/8 on this side. So the right side is a little bit different. So I'm going to measure it one more time. And it is, I could probably do 35 7/8 on this side. So a good rule for measuring is the old carpenter's adage is measure twice, cut once. Alright, let's move to the next step. Okay, you're going to have to think about, when you do window trim, about upside down and backward. And what I'm going to do here is think of, this is the left side, the upper side, the vertical trim piece that I'm putting in. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this at a 45-degree angle, and when you're using a saw, you always want to make sure that you know exactly where your fingers are at all times, and make sure they're out of the line of the cut. So I've got this at a 45. I'm going to make my cut now. Now, if you take a look at this, this is where it gets a little tricky. And what I'm going to do here is, again, just keep this at a 45. This is the top part, the top point. And then I have to think about this edge right here. This edge right here is the top. This is the vertical. So let me turn it around. So it's going to look more like this right here. And so this is the inside, this is the outside piece. And so now this edge right here becomes the point of the length, not this edge right here. So because this is going to touch the wall and or the inside of the window there, so that becomes the point when I measure down the other edge. So I'm going to go take my measurement now and do that there. Now what I've done is just turn it inside out, so I'm measuring the inside of the flat piece, not the pointed edge, and we said that this was going to be 35 and 7/8 on one end. So I'm going to measure that here, and I'm going to move my hands out of the way where you can kind of see what's going on. So I'm going to measure this piece right here, and then the key to this is just turn this around where I can see my pencil mark. Okay, so I'm going to do the opposite of this edge, so I'm going to turn my blade around like so to a 45, and then do the exact opposite. So I cut it like so, and I'm going to cut this one again at that mark. So here's my mark right here. I'm going to cut it on this line, just as I did this opposite edge, and do that set. So we're going to go ahead and cut this piece here. Okay, as you can see here, what I'm doing is I'm going to take a square, and I've already made my one mark, and now I'm going to take that square and take the square here. I'm sorry, can't see it. Okay, what I'm going to do here is take my square at the edge that I've marked, and I'm going to make a straight line straight up, just like so. And I'm going to take this point all the way around here to the top. Alright, so I'm going to hold this like so, rather than inside like this. I'm just going to take this and hold it just like this, and then I'm going to make sure that my blade will intersect the top of this line here. So I'm going to set it, and you want it to the outside like this, so when you make your cut, it will come across and be straight like this. Okay, so I've secured the bottom trim piece in, and I just use nails to do that with a nail gun. And now I'm going to sit in the next piece here, and what I'm going to do is work it in, because I have a very, very tight fit here. So I'm going to go ahead, take it and push it in as best as I can, and I really don't want any nails on the inside. It would not matter at all, but it's just me, and I like to have a better fit there. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and trim this on the outside, and then touch it up later on with caulking. Okay, that does it for trimming out a window. As you can tell, again, what we've done is just used inside and outside 45, and made our cuts in the right manner, so they're flat on one side and then pointed in direction to out the other. So this trims out the window. Thanks for coming to my video today. See you next time. This is Rick Patterson with the Handyman Toolbox. By the way, before you go, I want to encourage you to check out my other videos, and you'll see a link below. Click on it. The 1,000th person that subscribes to TheHandymanToolbox.com gets a free tool. Go ahead and register now. See you there.